Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live inspiration show. And I'm so excited today. We have as a guest Paul Mallon, and he's gonna share. He's a life manifesting coach. How exciting is that? So he's gonna share how we can change our life by using our own gifts. Who wonders what are our own gifts and what are your own gifts? So let's welcome Paul at our show, at our studio. And Paul, would you like to introduce yourself for our audience who watches us live on replay? And please do hashtag live or replay so that we connect with you later on. And Paul, the floor is yours.
Hi, Valeria. First of all, thank you for the invitation, and absolutely delighted to be part of this journey to make a difference to others. So, yes, my name is Paul. As you can tell, possibly from my accent, I'm from Belfast in Northern Ireland. So, yes, I have my company business is a gift within,
Mm.
and it's quite appropriate, and simply because we all possess a gift within us and we have the power to access that gift. And the gift is an anagram, a mnemonic of affirmations,
Mhm.
gratitude, intentions, feelings, and thoughts. So if you take the first letter of each of them, that will create a gift. And of course, it is all within. And it's something that I have been doing. I came across this around about 15 years ago, the whole world of law of attraction and manifesting. So it's been quite a journey.
Mhm.
And it's only the last couple of years, Valeria, that I've really decided to explore my own gift and doing what I am passionate about, just like you as a confidence coach, pursuing that passion to make a difference to others. And that's
Mhm.
exactly where I find myself today. I
Mhm.
love it. I love all things to do with it. So we do have potential, huge potential to tap into our own gifts by using things that cost little to nothing, but give us so much power and access to manifest what we're really up for in life.
That is so wonderful. So, would you please repeat again, Paul, what is gift stands for? Because I only picked up gratitude, and I really like
Perfect.
to write it
Sure.
down.
So affirmations,
Affirmations, yeah.
gratitude, intentions, and
Mm.
your feelings and your thoughts.
Oh,
You
feeling.
see, so like you have an intention
Yes.
to make a difference through people, lifting people's confidence, making sure that they step beyond that shyness, that, wanting to speak, wanting to express themselves. And you're the access for those people to express themselves as a confidence coach. That is your intention in life. And then you take actions within that. You have your
Mhm.
thought process. You get excited when you're starting to really engage with your own clients, what's possible. And it's the exact same for me. For me, as a manifesting coach, is what is my intention? Well, my
Mhm.
intention is to inspire passion and belief in people's working lives. It doesn't have to be the way it is. It can be anything that you wish it to be, and you can create a different life to live into by changing your thoughts,
Mm.
then which changes your feelings. So you start to get excited. You start to feel this. oh, what's going on inside? But it comes from an intention. What is your intention?
Mm.
You get to a certain age in life.
Wonderful. So, for those who are watching us on live or replay, so what Paul mentioned there is really powerful. Gratitude. I find gratitude as such a phenomenal energy to experience, and I even ran a challenge or a couple of challenges before 28 days gratitude transformation, and I could see so many shifts in people's life in their vocabulary, in their way of thinking. Like this pattern of thoughts has changed, they shifted their mindset. So Paul, how has it, give us a couple of examples for those who are watching us, like how this a gift process helped you or some of your clients to transform their lives. Like give a couple of real life examples where you applied you and where you applied it and how it helped you.
Great question. Thank you, Valeria. Great question. So this might come a bit deep, but it's really, really poignant in today's society. So one of the things that was a massive impact on my life was a 36-year addiction. It started when I was 16, and it just I couldn't shift it at all. It was actually a double addiction, but one was much more profound than the others. And starting to use the tools to start to look within to change the thoughts and the thought patterns. So I am absolutely thrilled to say that I no longer have any of those addictions, period. I have incredible relationships inside the relationships I already had. So they all shifted. I manifested a house that was not possible. Only last year, I won a car, the first ticket, um, you know, and, it's the reason that the career, I had a 29-year career in the same field. So it was always the same field. And I always thought maybe I just don't know anything else. And I had fear. And, you would have been perfect for me as a confidence coach because even though I had expressed and looked at this confidence many, many years ago, I didn't have that self confidence, I suppose. So, you would have been really perfect for me then. But I had to take years without that type of coach to really look in and delve into things. And it just started opening and opening and, the career. So now it's like, oh my goodness, I just want to be a coach because that's what I'm passionate about. And that then creating a gift within, and that came, it wasn't I just sat down, Valeria, and said, oh, what am I going to call this business idea? It didn't, it actually came to me in this
Mm.
just well, it was a moment. It was like, oh, what is that about? And then it just opened up, and it was like, and it wouldn't shift. So the seed was planted, and it wouldn't go away. I thought initially, oh, it's something a bit silly, but no. And it kept growing and growing and growing until it consumed me, as I now get what my purpose is in life.
Wow, that is so wonderful. That is such a phenomenal experience, the stories that you have just shared. And I feel that you were channeled with the universe, you were in alignment with your universe, and that is a point when you receive these aha moments or these ideas, which like you are even surprised by yourself. Ah, I didn't think about it, and this is so great how you apply this a gift acronym, like step-by-step process in order to manifest even a car. For
Yeah.
those watching us live or on replay, isn't it amazing? Just type hashtag value, or maybe what are you getting from this workshop, from this live. But isn't this amazing to see how people can and do manifest things in their life? And
And vision boards. Oh my, I love my vision boards. I do a vision board at the start of every year. I have an overall arching vision board, how life is going to be in the next number of years. And you just allow the miracles to show up.
yeah, but could you explain to us, Paul, like as you said, you had an addiction for so many years. So, what shifted? What has changed within you in order to allow this fear, this like whatever was there to fade away and to allow manifestations to easily come into your life? So, what was the trigger? What was the shift in your life? Maybe it will inspire others who are watching us.
Sure. Well, I got myself a coach. That was
Mm.
the first thing, that I realized that. I couldn't. I mean, there were certain thoughts were happening. When I got the book, The Secret, initially way back in 2007, but there was a little piece of that jigsaw missing within The Secret. So Secret is very, very good, but there's a very critical piece missing, and it took me a number of years to actually work out what was missing in that, and it was the action.
Action.
So sitting down and thinking and doesn't really work. You have to take some actions. So I got myself a coach who could hear and listen and bring me out of the shell that I was kind of harboring inside of. So the coach was absolutely vital to really start to explore deeper things and actions. And some of those actions were forgiveness. Forgiving what happened in the past, letting go of the hurt, the pain, the trauma, and it's a process. So it doesn't happen right away, but it is a process. But when you're in the process, you start to feel and you start to see and think, and everything just starts to align for what you're really up for inside the intention. And my intention was simply the way back was to heal and
Mm.
to kind of eradicate the addiction, and and that was a process. It was a process, bit by bit by bit by bit, and to the point where it no longer has any impact on my life. But definitely a coach, as I said, and many different methodologies, and I was very open, Valeria, to oh, I don't want to do that. It's a bit silly. Actually, okay, let me take it on and use the expertise of my coaches, and and applying what they suggest. I was like, oh, and there's a result, and there's another result. Oh, and then the belief and the self belief started to happen, and all of this, all the little tiles all start to fall into place, and it just gave me this humongous, actually, it's even bigger than huge, of faith and trusting that it will all unfold.
Wow. So what you've mentioned there is exactly like things I have done in my journey. So I've started long time ago with the Secret movie, and recently I bought the book. I have read it, and then finding a coach. So I think this is a part of everyone's journey in order to let go of the past and to build the confident version, or to build the life you desire, to manifest things in your life, is to find a mentor, a coach who will help you, who will take you hand by hand and hold your hand and help you step by step with all the things. And what you've mentioned there is really important. Having small manifestations in life builds up your faith, that will help you to manifest bigger things. And I'm at that phase and stage as well, celebrating each manifestation in life, each small manifestations. And this is a great practice for those who are watching us. Please do start implementing it in your life, so that you observe, and these observations teaches your brain that these small observations of things happening teaches your brain that yes, it works. Your stuff, what you're doing, with the things you're doing, the thoughts you're having, it really works. And Paul, would you have a couple of things, like, let's say, tips, or maybe a couple of tips, 3 tips, what people can start doing right now in order to change their life? One of them you mentioned that I really love: forgiveness. This is such a powerful thing, to let go of the past. And I'm reading now a book, and there, I'm not sure, I'll paraphrase, but the book, the main topic there is that forgiveness is the divine energy. Like, you only through forgiving, you let go of the past, and you let, like, you can build and move forward in the future with a clean slate. And this is really important if you want to become a better version of yourself, to build this life that you have on the vision board, or maybe in your head. You really need to work on that, to forgive the past, to forgive everyone, to forgive even yourself. Oh gosh, I've written many letters to myself of forgiveness. So it's really important to do this exercise. Are there any other tips that you would like to share with our audience that can help them uh, to change their life moving forward?
Absolutely. So you mentioned gratitude. I mean, when you get up first thing in the morning, it's gratitude for the ability to brush your teeth, the ability that you have teeth. Imagine chewing something with no teeth. So it's every single thing that you can look at. And what happens then is it releases dopamine. So when you
Mm,
start to give gratitude and gratitude, little bits of dopamine are released in that feel good, feeling. You're walking about going, oh, you know what? But the other thing as well is sometimes we just don't see the big picture. So when something happens and we judge it, so we constantly judge and assess, it's good, it's bad, it's right, it's wrong, I'm right about whatever is going on. But if you just trust that the bigger picture will unfold, and it's very much like the time where the person maybe, you didn't go out on that date, the person rejected you, and you were like, oh, you were so upset. And then about 2 years later, you met the absolute person of your dreams. You're like, oh, I'm so glad that I didn't get out on that date. Oh my, I would have missed this opportunity.
mm,
So every single thing that appears negative, appears bad, there has to be an equal amount of good inside that. And if you were to look at that and trust that it's there, you start to see something very, very different
mm.
inside of that. And it's like there's an old story about the Chinese man with his son who fell off the horse on a farm and broke his leg. And people are like, oh, it's terrible, it's terrible. And he was like, maybe, maybe. And the mother would go, oh my, what are we going to do? It's really bad. Maybe, maybe. And then the following day, the army came to take a lot of the children, the young men, to fight in the army and to fight in the war. But they couldn't take the son because he had a broken leg. You see, so sometimes we just don't see the bigger picture and just trust. And if you start to change your thoughts and start to notice your feelings, so this is a really great tip. Your intuition. So when you pray, some people may not pray or they might have thoughts out there, and that's totally get that. But when you put it out there, I would love this, I would love that. Whenever you have that intuition, sometimes it's the universe or God or your higher power or whatever communicating back to you. And so you trust your intuition to go, does it feel right to do this thing? Well, if it feels right, yes, then go for that. But if it doesn't feel right, trust it. Trust your inner self trying to communicate to you, no, no. So something, your feelings are a fantastic compass to your life. There really is. And it'll let you know that. So, and ask, what should I do? What do I feel right now? Be in touch with your feelings and your thoughts. Well, your thoughts are always going to create your feelings. So if you're not feeling great, change your thoughts. Bring gratitude in. And in that moment, the dopamine starts to be released. And you start to then feel a little bit better and a little bit better. And if you start to move, you start to think, read something, go onto YouTube, you know, watch these videos, watch them and watch them over again.
Mm,
Because every single day you're in a different thought process, in a different frequency, in a different vibration. And, we might have read a book a year ago, 2 years ago. You were a different person then. Read it
yeah.
again. Read it again. You will see something inside of that. And if an invitation comes along, you know, and, just say yes. If it's an invitation, say yes and trust that the universe is simply bringing you along for the bigger journey that will unfold and inspire you.
Wonderful, absolutely. And I would like to add here that usually my mantra is everything happens for a reason, even if it's good or bad. It is for a reason. I'm going to find the reason later on and I'm going to connect the
Perfect.
puzzles after the events. So far, Paul has mentioned a gift process and he's given 3 tips on how to transform your life, how to start transforming your life right now. So, first of all, forgive the past, forgive yourself, forgive everyone in your life who has hurt you, and let go the negative vibrations. Secondly is to practice more gratitude, and thirdly to train your thoughts, to take notice of what thoughts you are having on a constant basis and change them and shift them so that you can create the life of your dreams. You can manifest things in your life, you can manifest people in your life, and this is all possible because Paul already mentioned that he has manifested a car, a job, Paul,
Like
and
house,
dream house.
relationships, oh, so much.
Mhm.
But and peace of mind, a completely different way to just think. But and you're so right. Everything happens for a reason, and bring trust. Just just bring trust and faith that you may not see the answer, but just trust it's there and it's coming and it's perfect. And you just said about the forgiveness. You don't have to forget what happened.
Oh
You don't.
yeah. Hmm.
But you're the ones holding on. And when you forgive, there's a little piece of you starts to heal. And the next piece and the next piece. And you said at the very start of this conversation, you write so many letters to yourself. And it's so perfect because then you start to feel lighter.
Yeah, and it's not about forgiving people and going back to them if they hurt you in the past and saying like I forgive it. No, it's about making peace with yourself.
Hmm.
That's the
Hmm.
main point with this,
And
making peace.
completing the relationship. Just forgive and complete. You don't have to ever go back. And it brings you so much power.
It does. Wonderful. So, thank you so much, Paul, for all this great knowledge
You're very
about a gift and all these tips on how to create the life of your dreams, life that you desire, and how to change it. And would you like to share anything else with our audience? I think you mentioned you would like to share something with them.
Yeah, so have a webinar next Thursday evening at
Mm,
7 p.m. So you can certainly look up on my Facebook and A Gift Within and my own personal Facebook page, Paul Mallon. And it's how to create the life that you really always wanted. And you maybe thought you were too old to start, it's never going to happen. Actually, you can create it from where you are right now. So I'm
mm.
doing that webinar. It's only 1 hour, but it'll be a powerful, inspirational hour.
Is it going to be online, Paul? Just confirming.
It is going to be online. That is correct, yes. And you can go into Eventbrite. There'll be the link, and the ticket's free. Come along. It is free, and
Well,
you'll get
yeah.
absolutely nuggets of information to.
Absolutely. So, yeah, everyone is invited. To those who are watching us live on replays, do I'm gonna hashtag and I'm gonna tag Paul under this post under this live so that you can check his profile out and you can. Why not? It's just 1 hour, and sometimes 1 hour can transform your life
Mm,
completely. So why not give it a try? And check it out and learn how you can apply a gift and how you can apply what Paul has experienced in his life to your life so that you can change and you can transform. Even if you are looking, what Paul mentioned here, intention is really important, and I believe that no one crosses someone's life without an intention. So there is an intention, there is a reason why you are looking this life today. There is a reason why you met a type of person or that kind of person. So do check it out. And yeah, thank you so much, Paul, for your time. Honestly,
pleasure,
truly
absolute pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was so lovely to have you live and to share all this knowledge with our watchers, participants. And yeah, I shall see you all next week with a different topic. So stay tuned. We will come live next week at 12 p.m. Thank you so much, Paul.
Bye
Bye bye,
bye. Bye bye,
everyone.
everyone.